which will miss important KOs, but survive a hell of a lot longer.
Yeah.
Versus being slightly less bulky to kind of out of the gate.
And the other thing is, this is a set I didn't know what the fourth move to put on it was. If I was an asshole and put Final Gambit, the set would be really fucking annoying because you could sort of just Final Gambit your way out of a bad matchup. Because you deal whatever your HP is as damage. So if you have 400 HP, that is 400 damage.
Yes.
This is why Final Gambit Blissey is common in Hackmons. Isn't the other dumb thing was that, isn't it normally Imposter Final Gambit Blissey because Imposter copies every stat except HP?
Yes. And this just tinks off his head.
Mm-hmm. Why didn't you two just close your mouths? That's literally all this would have taken. Just close your mouth. And we wouldn't have a conflict.
Something I learned, speaking of just dumb shit, because you were talking about, like, imposter and stuff, it was a video talking about just some dumb niche applications of a few things. And it was talking about, like, hacking formats. It was this niche application for Ditto, where Ditto, and a lot of people forget about this, has those items that increase stats. So in a hacking format where you can do unique, stupid things, having Ditto's unique hold items to make it, like, defensive is kind of...
I completely forgot about those.
Making it defensive is kind of seen as bad, but one of the common uses was the speed.
I completely forgot about those items.
Yes.
Because if you have a Ditto hold those and transform, because you're not Ditto anymore, they stopped, I believe, applying, at least in older games, when you transform. It's like, what is the point of this? God damn it.
I mean, goddammit.
I know it doesn't affect it. I swapped out the thing without Defiant. If the game did that, I would have gotten the Defiant boost. That's why, god damn it, it's not that this thing's a physical attacker. It's one of those, fuck, I could have had more Defiant boost.
I think the hack video, I forget what was said. I think that one of the niche applications was that the Ditto specific items actually do carry over into the transformation. So if you have the speed one, you're actually able to use the speed.
That poor polar area. Nothing. I was about to say, I'm kind of amazed that that actually KO'd.
We didn't didn't comment on it in my playthrough, but like their personalities bleed through because instead of saying Mochi, she was like Mochion. Because she likes Eevees.
Yeah.
Freakishly so.
The fact that you live that at like fucking minus like 2 defense.
Just how this works. Porygon-G. I'm a special attacker, you fool! That's special defense. Sylveon has good.
Also, the fact it's not super effective. It's also the fact it's not super effective, and because it is a double battle, it is split down.
Hyper-V! Ah!
You know, the funny thing is, I almost clicked the big funny was Boom Burst.
Oh, you still got the life orb. Gotta take a hit.
That's single target now.
It's fine. We live in poison resist grass, you fool!
Mochi.
No, me cheese.
Oh. Where do you think you're going?
Hit. Instead of flying away, it's running away.
Well, it's still floating, technically. I do kind of wish it was just rolling across the ground. That would have been hilarious.
Ow.
I should have figured. And then Mochi match. Did she just say match? Because even though Mochi couldn't like override a Battle Mania completely.
That's fun.
Stop! You don't know what you're doing! The frame rate can't handle that!
It is kind of choppy.
Because they're all doing that.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is, if you change 1 or 2 things around, this team would actually probably be competitively viable, and I don't know how I feel about that.
now to talk about what I commented on for her team, because I looked it up. First of all, it was rigged to have soundproof, so no bulletproof. Her team is entirely the same, except the starter is the starter she has canonically in your playthrough, meaning she replaces one member of the team, and the starters all Terra into their secondary type. And there's the different one.
The Ravombi?
Yeah. Because you had a different starter. So you're fighting Ravombi.
I'll just do this for more consistency, because Hurricane's too risky.
Basically. On the team, we didn't.
You know, actually, you know, because of how fat Goodra is on the special side, I'm actually very curious to actually see how much, because Eevee Train Legendary. Yeah, that's about what I thought would happen.
On the team that we didn't show the replacement for the slot that changes is Dust Noir.
Yeah, I'll just do the Annihilate. Immune to all of the...
This thing has quick attack, close combat, double shock.
Yeah, so... because Eevee trained in perfect stats and shit, I should be faster, so yeah, I can get the one bulk up off. The game should have to do double shot, because that's literally the only move it can click. Yep. Plus one defense, meaning we eat that for breakfast,
And double shock doesn't have a secondary effect.
and now plus 125 range fest.
Basically. There's the combo.
I could use the one dragon, but then again, yeah, I'm at plus one, and again, 125 range fest.
It's a mixed combo, so you can just go crazy here.
I also have the bright powder for cheese.
Have a lot of attack training in your...
And there's the Quavel, except it will come fighting. I don't have anything that super effectively beats fighting other than the Hurricane.
It's a mostly physical attacker!
Yeah, again, this is pretty good.
You're at plus one physical defense! And you have Rage Fist, if you want it, or Drain Punch to heal.
Drain Punch to get some help back.
The thing with this, because of the physical defense being...
Yeah, Drain Punch, get health back. And now if the game clicks a Wave Crash, it might just die. Let's see, are you going to click Wave Crash? Because that's like all you have. Oh no, oh snap. Except, thank you, Bright Powder! Well, I say thank you, Bright Powder, but I actually kind of wanted to get hit for more Rage Fist boost. That's why I just threw the Bright Powder on this thing for dumb shit like that. It's the game. I don't care about being cheap like that.
It's the AI.
AI cheats like that anyway. Look at all the fuckers that had a focus sash in the Blueberry Academy.
Even if it did hit, you had physical defense and a lot of HP training.
Yes. Like, hey, it said
You would have.
what I wanted.
You would have likely comfortably lived.
What I wanted to do, because I thought this would probably work, was going to basically be so because it's just a simple catch, just annihilate, eat a shadow ball, and then
Well,
super effective.
The problem, like, if it goes for ghost damage, you could Rage Fist. If it,
I just do this one because I'm immune to poison.
remember how this thing works. If you get put under poison, you become confused, and that's a lot of RNG.
So, I guess let's just run. Anyway, what I was going to say, what I was like planning on, because I thought this would happen unless the game just starts critting left and right, is that I hit it, get tiny amount of health back with Drain Punch, it lives, the game then hits me with like Wave Crash or like Aqua Step or whatever. I live and then throw a higher power Rage Fist back, and at that point it would definitely be, so I guess we'll just overdrive then. Yeah, this is fine. Because EV training and shit and this thing's lower special defense, this is fine. It's all fine. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Though, at least, like... Alright, so the AI does just randomly click. Move. Yeah, I can just...
You beat it in 3.
Oh, the game realizes it can't touch me.
As easily.
So, because... And so because
you
of
can't be poisoned. You resist poison. Shadow Ball.
And that's why the game is just setting up in my face.
Yeah. Good shot.
Thank you, THX.
Save 3 shot.
I have the one. Do I? Fuck it, I will. It looks like a peach. Fuck it. That is one of the Pokeballs you can get from the Blueberry Academy thing, isn't it?
You can get every Pokeball from the Blueberry Academy!
So fuck it, Love Ball!
When I say every Pokeball, I mean Master Balls are included in there. Like 0.5% of the time, but...
Wait, no, wait, not that. Damn it. Clicking all the wrong buttons. Go back to that one. I meant space.
The Y button is also just an auto for space. You don't have to click the space bar.
Now I'm going to do the other dumb joke we made when speculating out this thing's name. How do you spell fiend?
Oh, it is spelled exactly how I thought it is. It's F-I-E-N-D. Peachy Fiend. That was my joke.
And it looks like it's locked to... Wasn't yours timid? Looks like it's locked to be timid. So, yeah, it's actually nature locked, much like how...
Yes.
Much like how Ogerpon was.
Peachy Fiend.
That's the one thing that in my footage get to show the, like, Ogerpon thing, but then again, Ogerpon and all of the Loyal 3, they all react, so even in your footage didn't technically show all of them. Because it just reacts, and then Ogerpon is like, grr, pon pon. All's well ends. Oh well, I guess. Well, this was an afternoon.
Shit happened.
Yes. All the shit happened. I do love how I was going to see what the Loyal 3 reactions are if you bring them, but I do love how they added if you use Ogre Pond in that fight, you get like a special...
The Loyal 3 reactions are kind of an inverse.
Well, because that's the thing that like created them or something, so
It's more pissed off at them.
Of course, because from its perspective, they would be turning traitor.
Or Ogre Pond is pissed off at him.
Yeah.
Fun.
Huh? What's going on?
Then we do find the remote.
I just imagine you're like the player character sitting there with like Ogre Pond, Terapagos, and now the Peach. What am I going to do with you three? And the Peach is just sitting on like the back of Terapagos as Ogre Pond is like chasing them around, and the player just has this the most defeated expression of it's like 5 minutes ago you were all trying to kill me.
Okay, Ogre Pond never tried to...
Okay, yeah, Ogre Pond, to be fair, technically never tried to kill you.
She was innocent this whole time. They tried to kill her. Bunch of racists.
Several days later.
Bye, bitches. We out.
I just imagine having like all of the legendaries and the player characters like just gonna return home with all of my legendaries, and like Kieran is just sitting there like crushing a pencil. You don't have to rub it in. Because, you know, tried to, like, catch Ogre Pond, and it failed. Tried to catch Terapagos, and it failed.
Technically, he succeeded and it failed.
Yes.
Okay, technically... Okay, first off, he never tried to catch Ogre Pond. That was just this... Hey, we'll battle, and I guess whoever wins can attempt to take the ogre. And you kick his ass. I was like, okay, fine. The fucking Terapagos is like, bitch, I got a Master Ball. I got this. And it worked. Except then the Master Ball broke because there was too much Trasso energy.
Meaning, I think that's like the first time we've seen something break out of a Master Ball. At least in the games. Except
it only broke the Master Ball when he tried to return it when it absorbed too much Terrasto energy. And that is this sort of hand wavy thing because they were in a cave, you know, underground next to all the Terra Crystals. The end. He was so ugly that everyone died. The end. That didn't help at all.
That was the ending.
It's just this random epilogue to get...
It's just this random epilogue to get the peach. Yeah, the nature is sad. Seems like it does flip-flop between being ghost or poison, not it shows them to look at things. Well, that's one of the follow-ups. I questioned the secondary effect rate of this move. It is fucking 50%.
Yes.
It is a 50% chance to badly poison and a 100 power and 100 accuracy. What the hell are you doing? And you gave this fucking thing nasty plot. And yeah, Pokemon poisoned
Yes.
by its moves will also become confused because the description does state that. I'm going to assume that...
I'm pretty sure you need to poison them directly.
And something funny about that is, because I wasn't sure about this when we recorded the other footage, this thing's move pool is garbage. It is basically all ghost and poison moves, though a funny thing about that is, and reading that fucking description, it's like one of those, you know, motherfuckers, this thing cannot get toxic spikes. Unless I fucking missed
I'm
it.
pretty sure now.
It can't get toxic spikes. So, you have to poison it directly with either toxic or the one moves like 50% chance to poison. Like, just before we stop, but look, like... Okay, to be fair, you do get, like, Parting Shaman is a decent move, but it's like... I know it is the basic level up moves, but it's like... This thing really does not get a lot of TMs. All of its moves are basically normal, ghost, or poison. It gets, like, no coverage.
Yes. And its stat spread is a base 88 and everything except the 160 base defense.
Well, defense is one of the stats with a best. Just, like, look at how different its stats are. Like, look, because of the special attack and special defense, they're the same base stat, and they're both perfect, so they're the 187. Defense is 313 because it is a base 160 fucking defense. That should show the bullshit with this thing's stats of speed, special attack, and special defense are all really close. Though that's a funny thing, it's a speed boosting nature and it's close, but it's a decent speed tier, meaning I think it's a lower-ish, like, speed tier. And stop now.
Oh, stop.
Yes.
The Epilogue released! Officially!
Yes.
They did the event and I wanted to record these! My plan was to get short footage of those miscellaneous tie-in events, but then we didn't do that immediately. I was like, oh, the epilogue's here, we'll just throw it into that. Yeah. But stop yawning. I get that. Carson walked out of the room. Carson walked out of the room. I likely cut to this outro. I was trying to do an outro without background noise. This basically ends off the Let's Play, other than maybe doing a couple of other events if we want to record a few things. And maybe come back to finish a few things as well, but in general, this is basically over. I have to keep cutting because there was so much background noise I couldn't talk properly. So, I'm going to try to get the proper outro now that I basically said we're pretty much done, other than maybe returning for a few miscellaneous cleanup things and some Wi-Fi battles. But with that said, I hope you all enjoyed the Let's Play, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you'll come back someday. See you later. It's time for the question of the day, and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, what is your overall opinion on the epilogue? And as a bonus question, what is your overall opinion on Petarant? Personally, I thought the epilogue was really funny and well done. Petron confuses me because its base stat total is absolute nonsense. All of its stats are 88, except it has 160 physical defense. So those base stats are absolutely crazy. The epilogue was really fun. I just think Petron is an oddball Pokemon that I'm not really sure how I feel about. And overall, the reason I wanted to ask these questions is because I thought this topic was really crazy and interesting, since other people are just as confused by Petron as I am, because all of its base stats are 88, except for the 160 base physical defense. So Petron's an anomaly, but the epilogue was really fun and worth playing, even if it was short. It made me laugh, and I can appreciate them doing something purposely stupid. And like I said, I did enjoy the epilogue. I know this was Curzon's playthrough, but I thought I would ask, since, again, I was trying to use this type of topic as a discussion to gauge people's overall opinions on the epilogue and Petron, but I'm starting to basically repeat myself. But anyway, I'm starting to repeat myself. So you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.